time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
Good talk, guys.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, Wes, though. I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry.
When you come to the retirement shit, like you serious about this? Yeah, for sure.
Gervonta Tank Davis has just dropped a bombshell on the boxing world by announcing his retirement, but not everyone is convinced he's serious. Mere hours after the announcement hit headlines, Floyd Mayweather, Davis's former mentor and promoter, wasted no time in firing back with thinly veiled sarcasm and subtle insults. Mayweather's sharp remarks seemed to undermine Davis's sincerity, as if dismissing the retirement news as a publicity ploy. The two have had a rocky relationship ever since their professional split, and Mayweather's public reaction only reignited speculation. Fans and insiders are now left wondering if this is truly Davis stepping away from boxing, or if it's another calculated move to stir hype and stay in the spotlight.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
Following his initial surprise announcement, Davis elaborated during a podcast appearance with rapper Lil Yachty, stating that he intends to retire from boxing by the end of 2025. He cited his desire to prioritize family, pursue academic goals, and invest time in his personal development. The WBA lightweight champion didn't make the declaration lightly. He delivered the message during the media launch for his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, saying flatly, "After next year, I'm out. It's over with. I'm fed up." However, he later walked that back slightly, clarifying that he views the move more as a break rather than an outright permanent retirement. This contradiction has led many to believe he's still internally conflicted about whether he truly wants to step away from the sport forever.
To the retirement shit, like you serious about this? Yeah, for sure. But why, bro? I just feel like you know it's too early. I feel like you fucking with us at this point. Like at this point, it's like you joking. Is it to sell a fight? Like,
No, I mean, I ain't say I'm like retiring like after this fight, but for sure, like after this year, I'm retiring. After next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah.
Tank Davis first entered the professional boxing ring on February 22, 2013, at the DC Armory in Washington, D.C., where he faced Desi Williams in his debut bout. From the moment the bell rang, Davis showcased the explosive power and lethal precision that would come to define his career. He ended the fight with a brutal first-round knockout, sending a message to the boxing world that a new star had arrived. That emphatic debut wasn't just a win, it signaled the birth of one of boxing's most feared knockout artists and a rising force that would change the lightweight landscape.
Anybody get the number of that bus?
I had to cut one too. I had to cut one too. Let me say. I gave you. Hey, sit on the table. Give me the hand. I'll catch with your hand. Catch it. Make sure you catch it. You want to do it? Want to do it? Take first, man. You fighting next? Yeah.
A critical figure in Davis's rise to prominence was none other than boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., who took him under his wing in 2015. Mayweather's mentorship extended far beyond the ring, offering financial support, personal advice, and career guidance. Davis saw Floyd as more than just a promoter, he viewed him like an older brother. One notable moment that symbolized their bond came when Mayweather gifted Davis a custom $60,000 Jeep, a gesture that represented his full faith in Tank's potential and his belief in Davis's ability to become one of boxing's elite.
Gervonta Davis is a boxing sensation. He has a lot of knockouts, 11-0, 10 knockouts. But here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather has taken him under his wing and he bought him a brand new car. Floyd doesn't buy cars for a lot of people. Tell me about that. Tell me about the car that he bought, and how did you respond when he said, we're going to get you a car today?
As he didn't tell me at first, his mom had a crash on her car.
Okay.
So he went to the dealership and went to go get her joint fixed. So I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, you know, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating, so he called me and was like, "I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready." So I was out eating, so I was like, "Okay, I'm ready now." So he came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. He let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym had them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. Yeah. I've watched the news.
Their connection went deeper than a typical business partnership. At the heart of their dynamic was a relationship built on mentorship, loyalty, and mutual admiration. Davis often credited Mayweather with teaching him not only advanced boxing techniques but also instilling the self-belief and discipline required to become a dominant champion. This foundational trust helped shape Davis into a global boxing phenomenon with a career destined for legacy status.
You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as a, you know, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so he, like a father figure and stuff like that, he took me in, and you know, he been treating me good since I knew him. You know, he been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing, he showed me like the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
We all see the news, and many times people say negative stuff about Floyd. From your experience with him, from the fact that he bought you a car, which he didn't have to, because there are a lot of fighters here, and he doesn't buy them cars. What does that say about him?
It's not only that him giving me stuff, because all that stuff could get taken away. You know, it's just the knowledge that he give me, like when we one-on-one, when we running and stuff like that, that he showed me, and he not only showed me but teach me and stuff like that. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Give me a tour of the Jeep really quick. What do we got?
Unlock this real quick. It's the newest Jeep that just came out, Rubicon.
However, cracks in their relationship began to emerge as Davis matured and sought more control over his own path. Tensions flared when Davis accused Mayweather of trying to micromanage his career and deny him opportunities to branch out. By 2022, Tank officially split from Mayweather Promotions and began working independently with longtime advisor Al Heyman. The split wasn't amicable, it led to public feuds and social media jabs. In one deleted tweet, Davis exposed a behind-the-scenes conflict, writing, "What? That Floyd's petty. Said I couldn't use his gym anymore." This marked a turning point as Davis asserted his independence while distancing himself from Mayweather's influence.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel and said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time.
Davis's dominance in the ring remained undeniable. In 2024, he delivered one of his most thrilling performances during a showdown with Frank Martin at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. Despite a slow start, Davis exploded in the later rounds. In the 8th, he unleashed a trademark left uppercut followed by a vicious straight left hand that floored Martin and ended the bout. That knockout became the 28th of his career in just 30 fights, reaffirming his lethal reputation and solidifying his standing as one of the most dangerous contenders in the lightweight division.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Boxing Locker with me, Matt Goddard, and this is my breakdown of Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who is arguably the best puncher in boxing and without question one of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Your position for him within those 10 is up for debate, but we're not going to talk about that today. Today, I'm going to give you a brief background of Gervonta's boxing record and his kind of bio, and then I'm going to go into the breakdown of what makes him such a fantastic fighter. Okay, so first and foremost, Tank is now 30-0 with 28 knockouts. It's like a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion, I believe. I would imagine Inoue is close to that, but pretty impressive anyway. He's 29 years old. The southpaw, he's 5'5"-ish, 5'5".
Even with that momentum, Davis shocked the boxing community again by doubling down on his retirement plans. During a press conference promoting his rematch with Lamont Roach, Davis spoke candidly and emotionally, "This is trash. I'm out. I'm fed up. I don't care about belts. I just want to get my money and get out." He went on to explain that fame, media pressure, and the mental toll of the sport had drained him. The birth of his son brought clarity. He wanted to focus on being present for his family and building a life outside the ring.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
While Tank Davis remains undefeated with multiple world titles, his recent in-ring performances and matchmaking decisions have generated controversy. His last fight, an unsatisfying and disputed draw with Lamont Roach Jr., cast a shadow over his momentum. Some believe he may eventually return when financial pressures arise, but those close to him suggest his retirement talk is sincere. He seems committed to walking away to prioritize fatherhood and mental wellness, even if that means leaving behind unfinished business in the sport.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in. And many people are sending it to me in drones. Have I seen it? I told you guys Gervonta "Tank" Davis is in a unique place. I told you guys this a couple of days ago, that Gervonta "Tank" Davis, along with his situation outside the sport of boxing, has put him in limbo. But y'all said I was capping. Gervonta Tank Davis team, as I told you guys, stated that they are uncertain about what's going to come of his case. Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with that. He's also frustrated with the way the Premier Boxing Champion is handling his career. Al Heyman is no longer in charge as Louis DeCubas, Senior and Junior. Al Heyman is not running things with the PBC anymore. He is not. Right?
Critics have long accused Davis's promotional team of carefully crafting favorable matchups that kept him away from the most dangerous threats in the division. If Tank wants to cement his legacy, many argue, he must challenge elite fighters in both the 135 pounds and 140 pounds categories. Despite retirement talk, Davis still plans to step into the ring 3 more times. His rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. is already confirmed, and while his next opponents remain unnamed, potential clashes with Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney remain highly anticipated.
Promoter Gary Jonas shed some light on the negotiations for the rematch. While he didn't give too many details, Jonas did say that the second bout between Davis and Roach Jr. is all but finalized. Let's hear what he got to say right now.
Important question on everyone's mind: how close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
Very close. It's in my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal, and it's not far off.
Former champion and current commentator Tim Bradley didn't mince words when evaluating Davis's mindset.
Tank is done, he told the Ring magazine after ESPN's Top Rank finale.
Bradley claimed Davis is mentally retired already, he's checked out, he's done the ceremony, and hung up his gloves in his own mind. To Bradley, Davis is more focused on securing financial rewards than competing at the highest level, and even if no formal statement has been made, the signs are clear that the end is near.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like out fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing, he's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offer, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Shakur Stevenson also weighed in, offering no sympathy. Speaking at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, he blasted Davis's decision, calling it soft. If he wants to retire with the career he got, then go ahead. I disagree. I think it's soft, but that's on him. Critics claim Davis's announcement was another media stunt, a page out of the Floyd Mayweather playbook, retiring for leverage. But insiders, including Rick Glazer, insist this time is different. Sources close to Davis say he's mentally and emotionally finished. He's tired, overwhelmed, and determined to reset his life on his terms.
I mean, if he want to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him.
You still think that fight's possible? I know he might have a break after that fight with Lamont Roach, but do you feel like you guys could fight 2025 or 2026?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't into chasing people around. I mean, if he's willing to fight, I'm ready to fight, and I think it should happen, but I ain't gonna lie, I can't sit there and chase you and then, you know, he could try to make it seem as though I need him and I don't need him, so.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson took a different approach, showing strong support for Davis. In an interview with TMZ, Tyson stated, "Tank is a great fighter. He'll be a legend if he keeps performing like this." Later, speaking with Sports Illustrated, Tyson even included Davis among the sport's most exciting active fighters, grouping him with names like Terence Crawford and David Benavidez. Tyson's endorsement underscored the level of respect Davis commands across generations of boxing greats.
I mean, I have to ask you, would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive.
What about, I mean, what do you think about people comparing Tank Davis to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? What do you think about them comparing it to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you.
Fans and analysts alike have speculated on what's driving Davis's retirement talk. Some believe boredom has crept in after years of dominating familiar opponents. Others suggest the mental grind and unforgiving nature of boxing have pushed him to the brink. Whether it's fatigue, frustration, or fear of tarnishing his record, one thing is clear: Davis is confronting deep internal questions about what kind of life and legacy he wants to leave behind.
Tank is just done with boxing. He does not enjoy it anymore. It's very clear that he just does not want to box anymore, and that's okay. He went into more detail about why he wants to retire after 2025, and it basically just comes down to he's tired of fighting, he's tired of getting punched in the face, he's not worried about his legacy. He said that he has his legacy in his city, and that's all he's worried about. He did also say that he wants to go to therapy, and he feels like if he goes to therapy now while he's boxing, he won't have that same fire inside of him, and he won't even be able to mentally get prepared for a fight. He also brought up his kids a lot, says he wants to be a lot softer for his daughters. He's got his son now, so he wants to be there for his son and be a good dad and not be getting beat up in the gym all the time. So honestly, I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just worry about people's mental when they're at their lowest. You know, why do we have to see Tank lose to worry about his mental? Because Sonny Edwards just retired because of his mental. Like, he was at his lowest. So I don't think we have to see Tank get there to care about his mental. So if he wants to go and he wants to get his last 2-3 fights in, okay, great, do that. And then go take care of yourself, because he is young. And I think it's becoming more of a trend to retire when you're like 30, 31, because Sonny Edwards 28, Gervonta is going to retire at like 31, 32, and then even Jesse Bam Rodriguez says by the time he's 30, he doesn't even really want to be in the sport anymore. But I think this does have a lot to do with them getting into the sport so young. When you're doing it from like the age of 12 or even sometimes younger for Tank, I believe he was younger. So when you've been doing it for that long, getting beat up for that long, I mean, it takes a toll on you. You just don't want to do it anymore. So I gotta respect it.
What are your thoughts on why Gervonta Tank Davis might be walking away from boxing? Is it burnout, strategy, family, or something more? Let us know your take in the comments below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.